I'll be live streaming on my show. That's way too
Hey, it's Apex After Dark. Hello, everyone. Hello to the chat. Hello, everybody. Let's say hello to the chat. We got some good stuff. Comics Gator. I miss the Beastie Boys. You know, I do too. Except that one. Who passed away from the Beastie Boys? Can't you remember?
Oh, was it
That's Adam.
Adrock?
Adam.
Adrock? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Ad Rock. Yeah.
Yeah.
We got Jim Cox. I'm most illin. There you go.
What up?
Cool. We got. Yeah, man, we got some
Good
other
stuff.
people here. Good stuff. Hiawatha, hail, Hiawatha. He's still on. Yeah, you are first. All right. So we're gonna have some good. Introduce my co-host Devil Flyer. Hello there, Devil Flyer, and my special guest, Rich Ayela. Roach balls. Hell, everybody. Give him a round of applause, everybody. I gotta get a applause machine, but
I gotta work on my guns now. Now I just feel embarrassed.
Yeah,
I work on my arms.
he's showing his tats there. You're a tattoo artist, right?
Yeah, it's the full time.
Really?
That's the full time job. Yep.
Yeah, awesome. You're like in Delaware or Rhode Island? Where are you?
Rhode Island. Yep.
Rhode Island. Yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
All the way over here. So that's a full time job going on. Next February will be 20 years. So.
Congrats, man! Man, I'm sure you got some good tattoos. I used to do tattoo designs in the Navy. I never applied ink to anyone, but I made a little money doing some tattoo designs. You got a fan here, man. Good stuff. I love Roach Balls.
Yeah, that's where it all that's where the launch started, was on his channel, and it's
right.
It's been crazy ever since then.
I'm planning to launch my fan bat on Good Stuff Comics Gators channel. He's got a great channel. Yeah. The amount of man's balls Rich had to gaze for this book.
all types of balls, it's mostly roach balls, but I had to, perspective, when you're an artist, sometimes you gotta, figure these things out.
How long you been drawing this character, Rich, or is it something new that you come up with?
No, I've been drawing him since 2003, 2004, maybe 2002. I have this drawing laying around and I just can't find it for the life of me. And it started out with the character in like a vial, like a type of, like vat,
like a beaker or something. Yeah.
Like
a laboratory
one though, like a big mad scientist type thing. I can't find that, but I want to find the date on that. But the earliest I can recall was 2003. I've been working on this character.
So have you actually drawn other comics before, or just that one?
Yeah, I've drawn other comics besides stuff that was supposed to be like schoolwork and just messing around with friends and drawing comics and stuff like that. Stuff we used to have to hide because we, like, one of my best friends growing up, we both made characters and then we'd have them like tag teaming and murking the teacher who would turn into a monster or whatever. The teachers were always by name, and there were always teachers that that we knew and we didn't like, so we'd swap comics off and like finish each other's comics. What up, Dylan?
Hell Ranger Rainbow, thanks for coming on, man. Thanks for being in the chat. Roach Balls.
Hello. Hey, right there, that's a homie.
Now Ryan Cardinal, he's also a tattoo artist. I don't know if you met him or not, but
yeah, we talk to Tat sometimes. Whenever I can, I'll pop into his I've popped into his chat a couple times and we like talk a little bit about tattoos. It's funny because most of us have like the same stories. Like no matter where we're at, there's like the same clientele almost. It's nuts.
From what I see, Roach Balls, it has kind of an underground feel to it. Did you read any undergrounds growing up or underground comics?
What I could get my hands on, it was kind of poor, not growing up, so it was very limited on what I could get for the comics and whatnot. But I came across R. Crumb. So
your style kind of reminds me a bit of R. Crumb, like you be his, his nephew or something.
Yeah, and thanks. That's awesome. I'll take that as a compliment for sure.
Well, the Furry Freak Brothers are animated, and you can watch like the first 5 episodes now on YouTube.
Actually, one of the my coworkers at the shop plays. He didn't even know that was a comic book or anything like that. He just came across it and just played the cartoon whenever he's like tattooing people. He loves that show. I'm surprised he wouldn't, like, knowing Crumb's like, touchier, type of humor and whatnot. I'm surprised they even like greenlit one of his cartoons or one of his comics to become a cartoon. But hey, that's what's up. I'm in for him. So,
Well, they did Fritz the Cat back in the 70s, right?
Yeah, but that was even like, if you look back at it now, there was some like pretty jacked up shit in that
Yeah,
cartoon.
you're right.
And
That's
then the
true.
comic is even worse.
Those
Yeah.
a lot of those early undergrounds, because my friend had a Snatch #2 done by Crump, and it was hand folded and stapled. And
Nice.
they
Yeah.
eventually got it graded, and it came back 9.9 from CGC, which
Wow.
is quite remarkable considering
Whoa.
that it was all hand done in the 60s.
Yeah,
No
you hear about
kidding.
those crazy those California cliques and whatever. They get together and they would do all these gnarly underground hand drawn comics, and
Yeah.
they give them off as one offs. And I think a lot of that stuff still goes on today with certain groups over there and whatnot.
Yeah.
So
Rip Off Press has
Yeah.
put out a
Yeah.
bunch of stuff that's
Yeah.
I consider kind of underground, although they've done a lot of things like Will Eisner's The Spirit and stuff. And probably the last ones I saw out in the wild was like at a head shop, like
I
Zap
miss
Comics.
those headshots with those
Yeah.
comics, man.
Yeah,
I mean, they still have them, I'm sure, right?
And a lot of them would like 33rd printing or something. They just
Yeah.
stay in print forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to
So
get some
what are
Roach
you
Balls
shooting
and some
for
Roach
on
Balls.
Roach Balls? How big a book is that going to be?
It's a 9x12, so it's exact size to how I drew it on. I drew it on mixed media board, so it's all like physical art. And I think I'm just gonna do it exact size. So like I have copy right here. I did some mock run-ups just to make sure that I was right on the ball and knew what I was doing.
Okay.
So besides the cover stock will be a bit better once it gets printed and sent out once the campaign's over.
So it's like 8.5 by 11, right?
9x12.
9 by 12.
Oh, yeah,
that's
it's a big
big book. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So everyone, if you haven't backed Roach Balls, do it. Do it today. Do it now, man.
Wrap around cover.
Hell yeah, it looks
so
great.
9x12, all color. So the resolution was I sent in the wrong files, but like I said, these were test prints, mock-ups.
Oh man,
So, I had limited.
So you wrote, penciled, ink, lettered, and colored the entire thing, right?
Yes.
That sounds almost like what I do. I respect the traditional work, man. I'm glad that actually have you on for this, and we can actually know how we do it and how painstaking it is. It takes so long to do, and man, we're like very few cartoonists that actually are doing this nowadays. A lot of people are on computer, which is good. They have my respect for doing that. I know when I try to do art on computer, I tend to fall asleep. I gotta have the paper in hand, to my skin, just have it, textured, just everything out by hand. That's why I was trained. I'm sure were you trained that way, or have you done any computer stuff before? Or?
I've done some computer stuff, like some commissions. I just recently did a commission for a friend's jiu-jitsu school for their rash guards, and I did that on Procreate. So if I do certain commissions in regards to that, then I'll do them on the Procreate, bang them out using the simplest forms, patterns, and dress it up so it looks like nice.
But you mentioned cards, and that kind of jogged something in my memory. Remember the Garbage Pail Kid cards? Maybe you're a little young for that, and they had stickers. Instead of the Cabbage Patch Kids, it was the Garbage Pail Kids, with snot running out of their nose and all kinds of stuff.
Now, I was actually, the first time I came across it, I was at the perfect age. I was young. And when I came across it, it was kind of special and kind of stuck in my head. So it's very much like a remaining factor throughout all the years, and kind of like kind of pointed me in a certain way to like my preferablies of art and what I liked and style. And I could probably attribute it to garbage pails infecting my eyesight at such a young age and stuff. Like I have the collector's book somewhere over here.
Holy mackerel. Wow.
Yeah. They collect all the cards in that book.
Yeah, it's like
yeah.
It's not the cards itself, just like photo prints and whatever.
Oh damn.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that.
Oh yeah.
And the cover is awesome. It looks like the actual the back of it, with the gum and everything. So
your art kind of reminds me a little bit of that. The Roach Balls. He would be a perfect garbage pail kids.
Yeah. Have you considered putting out like a card set with
Actually, it's funny that you mentioned that. The homie Dying Days of YouTube, who I suggest to subscribe to his YouTube if you haven't yet. It's awesome videos. He did all my trailers so far and brought this whole campaign to another level. But
your trailers are hilarious. I think I was on with Tank Ferret or something a few weeks ago, and they hadn't seen it. And I said, "Oh, well, you got to play it." So we're playing your trailers and having having a ball with it. Yeah.
He's a mastermind behind that. The narrator was Arrogant 8, also got a dope review channel. And this recent what was I gonna say? Ink Spots. That's what I was gonna say. He did a really awesome fan art of Sully, and it was like perfect Garbage Pail Kids kind of style, but a little bit more up to date, his style and whatever, you know, the realistic like oil type look. And then Dying Days slapped the you know, the cover of the Garbage Pail Kids, a little framework and the little graphic right over it, and it looked awesome. So once the campaign gets up to 14K, Dying Days right now is like switching it up. He's gonna switch the Garbage Pail Kids to like say Roach Balls and some other cool shit. And then when the campaign gets to 14K, then everybody will get that card. It'll be front and back. So
I guess
mock-up.
I guess those, you know, Garbage Pail Kids logos were probably hand done. You know, that's what really grabs you, is they're so distinctive.
Yeah, they were very cool. So yeah, that was definitely that type of style. Like even the cartoons that came after, I would prefer it that it had like a certain aesthetic, certain grimy colors, certain nasty, irreverent, you know, very immature type of style to it. And that's the shit I love. Even growing up, you know, now I'm a 39-year-old adult and I still love that shit, and I still have that same
now,
type of
it looks like to me you would probably be a watcher of South Park or something like that.
Not so much these days whenever I can and stuff, but I did like it. So, you know, here and there growing up. But I think it was before that, it was like the Liquid Television type stuff, and like that played late at night. Then you had that cartoon that had, or Beavis and Butthead type shit.
Your cartoon, your comic would actually fit just right in.
Oh yeah, so like Ren and Stimpy, Rocko's Modern Life, you know, shit like that. That was all the cool stuff. Then you mix it in with like fair share of it was basically cartoons, comics, and B movies. That's the accumulation of like, and then, you know, real life people, characters, people that influence me, shitty people, stuff like that, you know?
Yeah. Well, let's go and play a trailer. See if we can.
Got the volume.
Oh, shit. Oh, let's do it again. Okay, here we go.
Welcome to Cat Shit Island, a toxic, radioactive nightmare. To survive the freaks, beasts, and gangs, balls. Dreaming of it, touch it, clutch it, shoot it, smoke it, snort it, fuck it. I be on another level, call it duty, took that metal, they so fruity, call it pebble, make it bubble like a. I'm so dope, I be illegal to it. People bring it back, they call it sequel. Treat it right, I be so evil. I'm so fly, I be like evil. Just so that they say I'm legal, so me that they say I'm evil. Walk around like I don't see them. Rich Ayala's Roach Balls. Back in today on Indiegogo.
Hell yeah, man.
Yeah.
Sully Cucaracha is one roach you can't stamp out.
Now, are your shorter trailers, like your teasers, are they on the campaign as well?
No, they are not.
Those were hilarious with the koala bear.
Yeah, those those are all Dying Days. His like basically his promos, character type stuff. That's not on my that's all on his page. So he's got a bunch. He did other very awesome ones for I did Terror in the Trenches, Shantan Jetty's Nosfero, and Company Men. So he's got some other ones. He's even got some short skits I got to catch up on. So I'm pretty sure. I don't want to say anything, but he's coming out with a lot of like cool shit. So if definitely follow him if you haven't. Everybody out there. I mean, if you haven't yet. Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, we got actually the let's go ahead and share it again. You're at 13,300 right now.
Oh,
and still going strong.
Nice. All right, so that made a jump. Hell yeah! Whoever just backed me the past couple hours, I appreciate you.
Yeah, you know it, man. Let me go and see what we got. Yeah, here we go. Oh,
are you in demand yet, Rich?
No. So we are in the last month right now. So I have
21 days left.
21. Oh shit! A lot shorter than I thought I did. Woo! That's crazy. I got.
It goes by quick, yeah.
Yes, it
does, man. Well, let's see what you have. You got the Roach Balls #1, the regular book here, $25, which is a really good deal for what you said. 72 pages.
60. 68 pages. Wait,
68
yeah,
pages.
68
Pretty
pages. Yep.
close. Yeah, there you go. Pretty good.
9 by 12. It's a big boy, all color.
Yeah, if you want 2 balls better than one, for 50 in one package. There you go.
Now, what do you color this with, Rich?
All the original mediums were done with pencils, Faber-Castell's pigment liners.
Okay.
Mostly, I'd say like 90% Prismacolor markers. And then I would use Arteza watercolor brush paint pens. And then just regular, painted, just actual watercolor with the little palettes and shit for the larger backgrounds and whatnot.
Wow.
So,
it's
and
definitely mixed
you
media.
put this on the illustration board, so it holds up pretty good.
Yep,
Oh, wow,
exactly.
yeah.
So this whole cover, this was all done mostly in watercolor right there, just watercolor paints. And then the logo was done with pencils, colored pencils.
Oh, great, man. So yeah, is it on like 300-pound board, or what the really thick one?
Let's see. I have it right here. I don't know if
That
it's
would be
too
thick.
It's nice enough where it doesn't buckle or bend. But if
Oh,
I
yeah,
do
yeah.
apply, like if it's on a bigger splash page and I had to apply more watercolor, then I will
Oh,
have
nice.
to take it down. So this
Strap
is
more.
Let's write more mixed media, 15 sheets.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'll
that's
just
what I
leave
could
them.
probably do 4 watercolors. Yeah,
Yep.
heck yeah.
It's good, especially the mixed media. It's awesome. Like tattooing taught me that. It definitely taught me how to like pay more attention to certain paper stocks and how awesome it is with certain mediums. And mixed media is the shit for this.
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you do your tattooing designs for, your prep work?
Depending on what it is. I mean, sometimes like if I'm gonna use like say just pencils, then I could switch to, not something I could go on a Bristol board or whatever. But ever since I came across mixed media board, I just always tend to use that because
Find
I just
something
think
you like, hey.
right. Yeah, it's just my go-to.
This is great. You sold out your cover your shame when I won claim. You sold out of your new problem when I won, and your mug shots when I won. What else have you sold out? Oh yeah, don't assume my title. The $60 tier.
What about original art, Rich?
That is all original art, so that's why it's just all one of one. And I really wanted to stick to that because of my first campaign, so I didn't want to get too caught up in the side stuff, the tchotchkes, all this extra stuff. It was actually a lot stressful to think about that, and that's just not how I'd rather just stay in my lane and stick to what I know, and I know selling artwork, especially mine. So like I figured I had some stuff like these. I kind of like a little hurt that I sold these, but they're going to a good home, so I'm happy. But those were original like Sunday strip comic book boards. These were all just one-off arts. Like I've done art shows before, sold paintings, and nothing crazy and nothing pretentious like that, but enough to know that I liked it, but not that type of environment. So I did really like this, selling artwork to people that were gonna get the book and then get these original pieces that only they're getting. And I think that's freaking awesome. I would love shit like that. So why not make that part of your hustle, the stuff that you love, Or
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And it really gives a boost to a campaign too. When
there's
people just love that original art,
Yep.
and they get that with the book, they can say, "Well, I have something from
These
the book."
first four homages were. Oh, sorry about that. My bad.
No, go ahead.
These were they've sold out the first time on Good Stuff's channel. That whole
wow.
our launch, they sold out within the like 2 hours. So to Rex's to what you said was, people love that type of stuff and they immediately want to grab on that. And I noticed that with other people. Like if you can do it, definitely do it, So
you want to have a good strong launch. So that really helps. Yeah. It sounds like you had a really good one.
Oh yeah, it was amazing.
What did you raise in like the first 24 hours? Did it blow you away?
Shit. Yeah, it did because I had the campaign set for 3,000 and I could have like made it a little higher to really cover everything, but I wasn't sure I was gonna go. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just cover the rest of it if just hustle a little harder. And it went past that. I honestly forgot what the hell we reached that first night or what the hell it got up to, but it definitely did blow me away. It was humbling. It was crazy.
Yeah, I heard somehow you put out was this $20 super chat to Ethan Van Sciver's Comic Cards Pro Secrets channel. You got some exposure there too.
Well, yeah, because I've been for months when I first like kind of figured out how I was going to approach this and start basically advertising and the comic. I started out like, oh, okay, easy advertisement, just drop super chats and stuff. So I was hitting up $2 super chats to all these guys, and they thought I was just trolling them. And then the final, whenever that day you were talking about, he was just like, oh, well, he's been trolling me for months with just $2 super chat. So I hit him with a bigger super chat, and then all of a sudden, it was just it gave me a nice little boost on that night. It was pretty cool.
That was awesome, man.
That's $10 you ever spent.
Yeah,
I bet.
I think I gave him a bit more. I think I gave him a bit more. I was like, yeah,
it was like 20, I think.
Yeah, on me.
Yeah, right. I think that's what he does. You give him a $20 super check. It's like, okay, I'm going to show this campaign. And
I think I gave him a 50 actually. And
did
then,
you? Wow.
Yeah. So
best $50 spent. There you go.
Yeah, I gave him my dinner. That's
not cheap.
No, but it was good, So
awesome.
Yeah, at that day they figured out that I wasn't just a crazy person trolling them. Like actually, there's a new trailer on YouTube. My YouTube channel, Dying Days, just came out with where it's a
let me go and get that.
From
okay, let's see.
Yeah, they're hilarious. I went over there. I subscribed to him and watch his videos. They're just hilarious.
Yeah, he's
very talented to put that stuff together.
So happy our paths have crossed, because I don't think all art aside, and as confident as I am in this comic and what I've done so far, I think the trailer is definitely
under Dying Days of YouTube.
What are some of the other channels you've been on, Rich? I saw one of your interviews with.
So I've been on Bancroft, been on EVS for that short little bit. Shit.
Have you been on Pops Van Zant?
Yep, I was on Pops Van Zant a while back. I think when I started my mailing list. Been on been on Outcast Owls. I've been on Leech Show. I've been on crap. I don't know. I've been on quite a few shows. Been on CG Lola Meets.
Yeah.
Cool.
She's a lot of fun.
Is it the Cucaracho Huevos? Is that the trailer?
No, it's the most recent one. It's the fuck, I should have did this. I did a bad job not finding that link.
Okay.
Whose channel are you on?
I was on Dying Days of YouTube, but this is ROACHBALLS YouTube, so I kind of went ahead of myself. So it's go on his channel.
It should be one of the most recent ones. I think.
Ones? All right.
It's got like EVS heads and Tug and Mandy and whatever.
Oh, is this okay? I don't have a title on it. Okay, Screaming. Nah, that ain't it. Dying Days.
Look for the Talking Heads.
Talking Heads. That was a good band.
Burning down the house.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I still got some more shows I have to try to get on for the Red.
No, I don't see it on here for some reason.
What's all that black and white stuff behind you there, Rich? What is that?
It's a tapestry with some UFO drawings from sightings from the 50s, 60s, 70s, from all over the place, mostly in like Brazil, Norway, some of the South American parts and whatever. Yeah, it's crazy. I like the whole UFO stuff is pretty interesting to me. Actually, it makes an appearance in the second book that I'm like slowly penciling right now as I'm juggling other shit.
Now, do you just kind of rough it in, or do you take it page by page and finish a page? I mean, complete, or what? How do you operate?
So it's very stream of consciousness. Like I'll write ideas down in characters in different sections on cue cards, and kind of like randomly pick if I'm stuck or if I need some kind of like segue to something. But other than that, I have like something roughly sketched out in my head as like a story and a plot, and then the rest of like is stream of conscious, and I kind of just start off on the first page and try to make it where it's like the art has to kind of be relative to, So it can't just be like mainly just the words and the bubbles, just bringing it over. It has to visually go over a certain way. It's very hard to explain unless you're sitting there like penciling, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, what I meant was, do you rough it in like with a pencil and then leave that page, or do you
Oh
go
yeah,
to it?
so I'll bang it out I'll do all the pencils first, and
Okay.
then I'll leave them kind of tight. The pencils won't be they won't be overly rendered because I like to freestyle like the inks and kind of put myself in a weird pressure where it's like you overdid it, you fucked up, but just still keep going with it.
Hey, Oliver.
What up?
Oliver, hello. What
Raging
up?
Rainbow.
Yeah,
over here.
heck yeah, man. Good
Yeah,
group.
so like here I have so I had the first 4 pages penciled out on for the second book.
This you too. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh
so
yeah, look at that.
One panel right there. And see, it's just it's like a light outline. It's still fine line somewhat, but it's not overly rendered or tight or anything like that.
Right.
And then that's just a bunch of nonsense. And
Oh,
so I'll
wow.
just kind of work that in. And then the method that I did for the whole first book was I'll just pencil all 68 pages and just I love getting that fat stack, and then kind of go from there, and then just go through the inking. And then I think I have to do that by that step because it just helps the pages, like I say, kind of storytell and relate it, since I don't have like a script that I'm working off of or anything like that.
Hey, fist pop. All right.
Yeah.
You have a little cover sheet there where it won't rub. Is that what you're removing?
Yeah, because this is kind of like canvassy like, and the lead tends to smear and shit.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll just put these little black sheets in there for like protection, just in case. I stack them on each other too, so you know how that goes. I don't want to.
So this is all 9x12, right?
Yep, 9x12.
Great. Wow. Yeah, I do like freaking 11x17 is freaking large for me. I'm like, well, I guess I like to see what I have and stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm keeping hush hush on this till a few months from now, but I'm working on another Roach Ball side project type thing, and this thing I'm working on 11x17, so it's cool.
Oh,
It's different, and just doing the inks and shit like that on that, so it's definitely a collaborative project. But that's it. But anyways, it's fun switching up that medium, because in between that, when I get the ball going on this, then I'm gonna have to switch back to book 2, so I'm gonna be doing 2 different type of mediums on it, so that's gonna be fun.
Jeez, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna share another Roach Ball trailer. Hopefully this will be a different one. This is a Finatra mix.
Yes, that's what it was. Wow, Finatra was it? I'm sorry, I had a brain fart. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning.
It's 9 days of YouTube. I don't see it.
Yeah. I'm like making myself silly right now. So I should have just said Finatra mix. So yeah, 9 days of YouTube. Hit up Finatra, Lord Finatra, to get
Finatra,
this
baby.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm freaking retarded. My bad. Forgive me, Finatra.
That's all right. Oh, you're
Like,
forgiven,
break me
man.
down,
Thanks.
dude.
I'm glad you're on this show.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have you on.
I was on his show randomly too a couple weeks back, and that's what's popped off that crazy night. And then I ended up getting on EVS's shows. Finatra started. But yes, here's an awesome thing. Awesome new remix.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Rich Ayala and his Roach Balls.
Welcome to Cat Shit Island.
Welcome to Cat Shit Island.
To survive this radioactive toxic wasteland, a toxic radioactive nightmare.
That whole opening just slaps. Cat shit is a funny word. And then boom, into this hip hop thing with like profanity.
To survive the freaks, beasts, and gangs.
What's in it? All the good shit, homies. Guess what, motherfuckers? The art is complete.
You're gonna need some Rich Ayala's.
Ayala, is that Vita's brother?
Roach Balls.
Guys, okay, if you thought that was funny, you want to support Rich Ayala, back Roach Balls. This is hilarious.
Back it today on Indiegogo.
This is great. I thought it was just profanity, and I thought you were an insane person. But it turns out that you are a comic book creator and a really, really funny cartoonist.
I love this.
Fuck you, Rich. I'm gonna have to back this again right now.
Rich Ayala's Roach Balls. Back it today on Indiegogo.
We'll be promoting the living fuck out of this.
I love it.
Gotta say, we're blown away by your work.
Sully Cucaracha
That's fantastic.
is one roach you can't stamp out. In demand now on Indiegogo.
Yeah, I like roach balls. I never thought I'd really say that aloud.
This is awesome.
Sinatra and Dying Days killed it, man. They're awesome.
Oh man, they sure did. Holy crap! Wow, I'm blown away.
How did you hook up with them?
He randomly hit me up and was like, "Hey, I did this thing. I want to make sure that you're okay with it, and if I could show it off." And it was the first Hogan the Bogan talking about roach balls, and it was pretty cool, and I loved it, and everybody was just amped off of it. So I'm like, without even like going into further like thinking it, I was like, all right, I'm gonna need somebody for the campaign. I want to do a trailer. I need to really do this, and it wasn't even a question. Well, beforehand, before I'd even met Hogan the Bogan or saw Hogan the Bogan and met Dying Days, I had somebody else playing, and then shit just didn't work out. But it did, because then I hooked up with Dying Days, and it was perfect. And afterwards, I was like, all right, he's got to do my main trailer. He's the only person that gets it. Gave him said, hey, make my shit, please. And he was like, okay, give me money. So
Yeah,
it's cool because there was there was no like back and forth, like, hey, can you fix this? Can you do this? Like, he knew, like, we were just vibing like automatically. So it was awesome. So he's gonna be my forever trailer dude till he gets sick of me.
Absolutely, man. You got some damn good trailers. That sells the book. Hey, come on now, support Roach Balls. Give up your dollars. Let's give this book some love, everybody. Get
You're
some
so close
love.
to 15K.
So maybe no one's ever asked you this before, Rich, but what's the story about?
It's very much so like it's definitely like a cartoon, old school comic book cartoon type shit, So it's kind of slapsticky, but in essence, it's not. It's like that Rebels cartoon shit. So like it's very violent. I'm not gonna even shy away from that. It's kind of it's very irreverent and it's rude. So it's very much a villain story. So Sully Cucaracha is the main character, and he's not no hero. There's no, oh, this villain's going to seek redemption in the end. This villain is going to become a good guy. This villain is going to save this person from getting hit by a car. And, there's none of that shit. It's just very much bad villain getting worse as books progress, and how bad is this person, is this character? What's up, Phantasmagorical? How bad is this character going to get, So, and it's funny because it's in a cartoon type world. So you think like, you don't know kind of what to expect. I feel like, but you can push some serious shit in a weird, cartoon type of environment.
I've never seen a panel with someone guy picking his nose to get the booger. And there's the roach ball character right there ready to sick him. I'm like, wow, this is freaking outrageous.
So I'm waiting for an anvil to fall on somebody's head like they do in the cartoon.
Right.
So that was a short story that I did in the comic book strip that actually sold on the one of the art tiers. So that section is not in the main comic. So with that, I was doing short little random stories, and then that one was kind of like a rendition of me drawing, and then I was picking my nose, and then I pulled out a little Sully, and then Sully was like, "Dada," and I was like, "No," and then I killed it, So, but yeah, so in those little short stories, like I went off track to the main plot or the main books and shit. So you had like weird little stories like that.
Well, you probably don't have it on this campaign, but you should put it on your next one. I know a lot of campaigns, they draw people in. They would probably be knocking down the house to be drawn in one of these books.
Yeah, I've thought about that or something like that. I've thought about I litter a lot of the book in graffiti, so there's a lot of graffiti on the walls and all that type of stuff. I've even thought about like doing a tier where people can like drop a couple bucks and then have their name thrown up in there, and they could try to find it wherever they can. So definitely thought about that. There's definitely a lot of cool ideas that I'm definitely going to apply to the second campaign, and because I feel like you don't want to keep doing the same thing, but at the same time, you don't want to. Just because you don't want to do the same thing doesn't mean you have to do so much extra and so much more where you're stressing yourself out and thinking that the second campaign is going to be that much more strenuous. When if you figure out something like a good method during the first one, then you can still apply it to the second one, just do something a little different,
Now you waited till it was 100% finished, right?
The whole book? Yeah. Yep. It's 100%. Yep. And
so I mean, number 2, is that your plan to get it done and then launch it?
Yeah, I think this is the weird part though too, is because the whole time frame. You know what I mean? Like I spent a lot of time like I was working on it and then kind of promoting it, but I was working on the tail end of it while I was doing a lot of the promotion,
Mhm.
like when I first got introduced to the whole network and CG. So now we're in a different uh process now where I'm just starting the second book. And now, like, as I'm doing this, I'm picking up other projects and doing commissions. So now that's like not putting a massive wedge, but now I got to like balance this out. So now we're looking at a time that isn't as quicker as to when I first started promoing, you know, the first Roach Balls book. So the whole goal is to figure out a process to get it within due time, you know, and get it done while doing other shit. But the other shit that I want to do, I want to still do roach ball stuff. So if I'm doing collaborative stuff with other people, then I want to try to work it where I can basically insert a very invasive creature like Sully into these collaborative projects. That way I'm kind of busy doing that shit while I have roach balls and I'm working on that. So Sully can coexist in all these different, you know, environments with different characters while I'm
Mhm.
still working on my second and then on my third and still keep that going. It sounds a little maniacal, but I think I can make it work. So we'll see.
I think so. Yeah, you got the focus.
When's your ship date that you're shooting for to ship out the first one?
I'm
I
shooting
know that's
for,
on down though.
yeah, August. That's what I'm
Okay.
hoping to shoot without, you know, Murphy's Law and all
Yeah.
that crap. So I already know who I'm going for the printer, and that's where I had the rough the bootleg runs made.
Mhm.
And their turnaround was pretty good. So hopefully, you know, within months from now, and you know, God forbid, like nothing crazy happens or any of that shit.
Right. Knock
Then
on
I'm
wood.
hoping that the turnaround, yeah, should be pretty good and quick with that as well. Hoping.
Yeah.
And then they're just fulfilling. So it's going to be me fulfilling, very small, maybe my girl, maybe a homie or two. I doubt it, but it's probably just going to be me and my girl. So have patience with
yeah.
that when the time comes, but I'll be doing my best with that. So.
I hear that. Is it a local printer you're using, I believe, or
Yeah, Gecko Printing, Comics Wellspring.
Comix Wellspring? Okay, that's a
Mhm.
good connection. I'll probably need some connections on printers. Comic
Yep,
Wellspring, cool thing.
yep. And we got some other homies that recommended some really good connections too. I'm a little stubborn on this aspect where I wanted to attempt to do a lot of this myself, you know,
Yeah,
and then
right.
figure out where I fucked up, and then be like, all
The
right,
printing's a bitch. Trust me,
Now,
I've
yeah.
been through that shit
now on your
before.
early copies that you got back, were you happy with the colors
Oh
when you
yeah, I
got
was
it back?
very happy. And the only things that were messed up was my ignorance to certain things, like asking certain questions to certain homies and peers after the fact. Like I sent in certain files and then asked the homies like, what file should I send? And they were like, these type of files. And I'm like, you know, and then I got it back. But even though these files I sent in JPEGs and they came out a little low resolution, they still came out pretty freaking good on the paper and gave you that old school like heavy metal magazine type of feel. Because you know, back in the days they did everything like hand drawn mediums and whatnot. So
Yeah.
it still look good. So I know that when I send in the TIFF files, it's going to just come out that much sharper, but not so much cleaner where it's going to take away from the feel that I originally wanted to intentionally like give across to everybody, you know?
Hey,
Well,
shout
that's,
out facts, man. Damn it, I'm actually awake and I'm here. I'm late, but you're here with Rich Ayela's Roach Balls, baby. Hey, shout
whatever.
out facts. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah.
The cover too was not, I didn't put any type of like laminate or any type of like higher stock because I wanted the floppy type thing. And then I
Yeah.
realized like the corners came out a little frayed. So
Oh, okay.
that I learned, but it's cool though because everybody who bought the first original homages,
Mhm.
they're gonna get one of these with that too. So I was on
Oh,
limited run.
wow.
Now you get the bootleg prints if you bought the first original. And I'm dropping one more homage, and I found an extra bootleg print that whenever I
Yeah.
drop that one in the next like 2 weeks or whatever, that's
Okay.
gonna go with that as well. So that'll be pretty sweet.
Hot day.
So there. Besides that, you're thinking about adding a few things to your campaign as it goes along, or
Yeah, I
no?
have one more stretch goal in mind and stuff because
Good.
I don't want to go too crazy. I've had a bunch of awesome ideas
Right.
come at me to the point sometimes it felt a little like a lot. So I was just like, oh, I gotta like kind of pick and choose what's gonna go good, what's gonna look awesome for you know, and at the same time, like
And
because I
what
had
you
so
can
much
ship
awesome
out,
things.
right? I
Yeah.
mean, that's it.
Yeah.
that people do I think stickers would do great. Have you done stickers on this
I would love to
campaign?
get some Roach Ball sticker sheets,
Yeah.
man.
There's definitely Roach Balls stickers on the campaign. For the first
Okay.
100, they're going to get 3 different types of stickers: prismatic, hologram, and a glow in the dark sticker. So
Oh,
for the
cool.
first 100, you get all that. The every backer after that gets a glow in the dark sticker with this little creature. I'll go get it. Hold on one second.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, got to see this, man. Ah, the suspense is chilling. Yes, let's say hello to. We got Phantasmagorical. We got Jim Cox, Shadowhawk Backs. You got some other good people. Raging Rainbow still here.
Glad you can
Fizz
make it,
Pop.
Shadowhawk.
That you can make it, and
Hey,
Oliver.
Fizz.
Fizz Pop. Hello,
Yeah.
Dylan. Yeah.
I love these bags of stickers. You know what I'm saying?
You got to open the things.
Yeah, I had to like make test prints and make sure and get these in my hands. All right.
How much
So
does it cost for stickers to print? I wonder.
It all depends on who you go to. I go to Sticker App. I had some crazy like fancy stickers made, so they were like still pretty good, but still a little like a little more pricey than getting regular vinyl stickers made or whatever.
Right.
So the first 100 will get this.
Okay, so that's like
nice.
a holographic. Yeah.
Yep. Prismatic. I believe these are the
prismatic
yeah.
cards. That's sweet.
And then these are the holographics. Bam.
Now, did you design the logos here?
Yep. I did the logos.
Great job. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
I like the old school, graffiti bubbles. Did a little bit of fair study on logos. You got to make it simple. You got to make it pop. Can't make it too basic. And then a little glow in the dark sticker. Yep.
Oh yeah.
With these little creatures that are like indigenous.
Word balloon. Yeah.
That's awesome.
So like first 100, you get all 3 of these, and then every backer after that, you will get a glow in the dark sticker.
Nice.
Yeah, that's great.
I do like the glow in the dark.
Because I get a toxic feel.
Yeah.
From Cat Shit Island.
Yes.
Like
it's a place that I might want to read about, but I don't really want to touch or go there.
Want to visit.
I don't want to go visit. I may never make it back.
Plane ride to Cat Shit Island. Will limited passengers go there? Yes. That's where we take out the trash.
You can't go. You got to go super high because the fumes are just it's not good. They clog
knock you out.
The filters and the
jets. Sweet Fizz Pop, loving it.
So your story kind of wraps up, or is it kind of continue? Does it kind of lead into the second, or how did you kind of?
And yes.
Yes and yes. Okay.
Wait till you buy the book, and then when it comes, you'll figure it out.
So it's a good, complete one-off if you want it to be, but it can continue on.
Exactly. So like it'll end off nicely where like you'll feel satisfied with the book. Like, okay, hopefully you want more. Yeah, your Roach Ball's written everywhere, dude. There's all types.
Yes.
And that's what the stickers are for too. If you want to go out and I don't promote vandalization.
No,
but if you want to, you should. Then
How big of an influence has kind of graffiti art been on you? Because now they have like some of that graffiti art is in museums. There was a trend there where a lot of the graffiti artists were doing galleries and stuff. I've
always liked the vandalizing aspect. I've never went out and did like crazy murals or nothing like that. I just stuck to like bathroom graffiti and shit like that. So I like the trashier stuff, to be honest. Like the
Roach Balls. We'll go and find that.
I used to live by a train track, and you see a lot of that graffiti go by on the trains. You know,
I love shit like that. Like the dirtier, the better looking. I don't know why. It's just it's like sketchbook type stuff. It's raw. It's more in its organic. It's more in its real element. And then you see the cool stuff. It's more brushed up. It's more sophisticated. There's more technique. But I love
the thing about graffiti or it's just what you do. You make the logos pictorial. It's becomes an image in itself without
Yeah, and that's what I tried to do too with a lot of the word play and the word bubbles in this book was try to make it incorporated with it, like so certain hand gestures and movements or action scenes or like schmegma, if you will, and we'll go across the word bubbles or kind of get in front of some of the words and a little concern, like
gives it a little grungy feel.
Yeah, but it kind of, in some of the words are a little bit exaggerated.
Am I going to have to take a shower if I read this afterwards? Am I going to, am I going to have to kind of get a little
plug up your
grimy
nose,
reading
maybe.
this thing?
Put some cotton things up your nose.
May start bleeding from my ears or something. Or
At some point, we'll get scratch and sniff pages.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome if you did scratch and sniff. I thought about that. Yeah.
But B
may
movies
not be pleasant either. I know we used to have those in school, and you smell it. And,
It does smell like feet and hot trash. But B movies is definitely a bigger influence than anything on this whole comic. So if you were into like weird Toxic Avenger type shit, that's what I want to say, because you mentioned Cat Shit Island. So trauma films, all that type of stuff. So as much as it's art, it's B movie type stuff that really they got
Here's
me
a link to Roach Balls Indiegogo. I somehow accidentally sent out the StreamYard link. I was like, "What? How did I do that?" No. So this is a real link to the Roach Balls campaign. Go and check it out.
I saw the other day where Rob Zombie is redoing the Monsters.
Yeah.
He's doing a Monsters movie and filming it in Hungary right now.
Oh, no kidding, huh? Yeah. I read an article about that. And some people were hating on it and some people weren't. We'll see how that goes.
And it hasn't even come out yet.
Yeah. Don't judge.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see how he keeps it part Rob Zombie, what you expect, and then part, TV humor like it was. And I know the mansion that they built over there with all the trees and, made it look distressed and everything looks awesome.
Oh, so it's a TV show. It's not a movie?
No, it's a movie.
Based on the show.
But the Monsters was a TV show for a couple of years.
Yeah.
About the same time Addams Family was out. The mid-60s.
Yeah. Like 64, 65.
Yeah. It seemed like something that you'd be interested in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I grew up liking those shows, not too much. Like now I don't recall I haven't even watched those shows in a while, but I definitely did like those shows when I was younger. Like a lot of weird shit, like Lucha Libre, wrestling, Magnum PI and A-Team. I don't know why as a kid didn't understand what the hell was going on. But Mission Impossible, shit like that.
I love Mission Impossible.
Cool. Yep. Was it the Hulk? That was always cool.
Yeah.
MacGyver. Did you watch MacGyver?
Yep. A little bit of MacGyver. Random kung fu flicks. There was always like random kung fu shits just happening all the time.
Oh yeah.
And then there was your cool cartoons like Thundercats and He-Man, shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh man. Back when I used to draw so well.
G.I. Joe.
Yep.
Was around that time.
Yeah. Out of all that, I've always liked bad guys, so I've always admired like the bad guys. I thought they were cool.
Cobra.
Cool shit. Yeah. The Goons and He-Man, the Goons and Thundercats.
Or Mum-Ra.
Yeah. Mum-Ra was always my favorite bad guy. He was always cool. Yeah. I loved how I had the action figure of old ass shriveled Mum-Ra and then Debo ass steroid Mum-Ra with his dog and so that's why I think like the main character Sully is just based around.
Yeah, last night I was on a stream and Dan Pleagle was showing his Mum-Ra action figure with a real cloth cape.
Yeah,
I was like,
wow.
Yeah.
Damn,
They had a new one that glows in the dark, and I thought it was so cool looking. Like I love that glow in the dark shit. So in my campaign, I have fake glow in the dark crack rocks. They're fake. You can't smoke.
Oh
them.
yeah.
So every backer will get one of those, and that does have something to do with the story. So ironically,
last week we had on Anthony. He wasn't our main guest, but from Dark Gift Comics, and he does blacklight posters. I think
coming on next week. By the way.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
coming on next week. He'll be. You might get with him, and he might do some blacklight stuff for you in the future. It seems like your campaign would do that, kind of neon colors or graffiti type,
Bassmaster Dan.
What up, Bassmaster?
Oh, I'd love to see like tie-dye Roach Balls t-shirts or something.
Oh yeah, I would. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Put questionable stains on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're exactly right. Yeah. Where'd this come from? There's an old skit, in fact, in the early 30s, from the first 15-minute little talkie shorts by W.C. Fields, and he's looking at a menu, and he's going, how about this? And no, we're out of that. How about this? No. He goes, well, what's this? And she wipes the menu off and says, last week's roast beef gravy.
Nice.
Says, I saw your light was on. Yeah, my light was on. Come on in. Got the roach balls and everything, man.
Well, roaches don't like lights, but still, we're here.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's why he's scurrying around.
How
Except
many
for
roaches does
balls.
it take to
Except for that character, he'll come out and fight
turn
you. Our
screw a
faces
light
off.
bulb in?
Yeah, he's very much a bad guy. So like,
Yeah.
always admire that. You know?
Is he ever out of costume?
No, I can't think of anything like I haven't honestly even sketched him out like out of costume. You know, like I've sketched like other things. Like he'll have like certain ideas I want to put like tattoos on him. Not a lot, just one like good stomach tat or a back tat, like old school gang style or whatever. But you know,
How'd you
other than
tattoo
that,
a roach like that? That'd be kind of crazy.
Very
yeah. I want to do like if I gave him a back tattoo, then it would be like the like Santa Muerte, you know, like the Day of the Death or the the Saint.
When
of
I
Death.
worked at a Mexican restaurant straight out of high school, you know, every place gets roaches, especially if you have food.
Yeah.
So we would have these big industrial microwaves, and you would put them in there and you'd sense their antennas or their wings, but it would not kill them. Microwaves would not kill a cockroach. They're very, very sturdy.
God, that's
Very hard to kill.
insane.
Yeah, and you'd leave it in there for minutes, you know.
Well, they're hard to kill. They're fucking done. Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Solid Cucaracha. It's gonna be legendary, bigger than Freddie Prinze.
Yeah, so he's
Bigger than Freddie
Of course
Prinze.
it will.
Yeah, I've never seen. I can't think. I could correct me if I'm wrong, but I've never seen anybody that has like they'll take like villains from like other stories and shit like that, and then give them their own series or whatever. But I've like rarely ever seen anybody just like straight up like run with like a bad guy or just like a. Not saying that there isn't criminals out there. Or
in the 70s, probably before you were born, you had the mid 70s, you had the Joker had his own book, and then there was Cobra had his own book, another smaller villain. It was all about the villains in those books.
See, then I want to run with that whole thing with this whole book. It's very much like it's a bad guy. It's a little like pain in the ass, pesky pest who's just going to evolve into.
Is there law enforcement after him? Is there some kind of law enforcement, or it's just everybody out to get him?
Yeah, there'll be a local. Eventually, I'm gonna introduce like the head of Cat Shit Island, the person that makes it run. Still kind of working on names and like kind of a look and if it's going to be a mayor or whatnot. But right now there is CHODE, the City Health Organization Department of Experts.
Oh man, I wouldn't want to have his job.
Right. Then it's CHODE, but then they have a special department too. So it's CHODE PEU, which is the City Health Organization Department of Experts Pest Extermination Unit.
Damn, so you figured all this out.
It's Cat Shit Island. Is that a dump where things have been dumped? Or
it was a dump before.
It was a dump,
right? Well, before that, it was this random island that had a bunch of cats on it, and the cats would just shit everywhere. And then the whole world was getting crowded, so they all collectively started dumping the whole world's trash onto this massive chunk of Cat Shit Island. Whole world went to shit, so everybody that was left had to relocate onto Cat Shit Island. So they had to build on top of these landfills, drop mad pesticide to get rid of the toxoplasmosis and all the germs and shit. And then eventually, generations removed, it just caused natural jacked up mutations and whatnot. So then you introduce Sully Cucaracha into this environment, who's not part of this environment. He's not like a regular freak or a mutant. He's kind of something like far removed. If anything, he's actually something a little more natural in this jacked up environment than what the people are. You know what I'm saying? So, and then he just causes, you'll see the conflict between jacked and more jacked up, bad and villains and, bad and worse, shit like that.
Yeah, I kind of, it's like, have you read Frank Miller's Dark Knight?
Yes. Yeah.
Where he goes up against the mutants, as an older Batman comes in with the tank and he's got these real...
Got the dope scuffle in the end and stuff. And I like Frank Miller stuff too. Like I got to get Dark Knight for my collection. I'm not a big Batman fan, but I do love Frank Miller. I do love Sin City. Like Matt Fowler, he gave me the headline, the banner that said that ROACHBALLS is Garbage Pail Kids meet Sin City. So it's very much in that grimy, like gang street type of.
Yeah, I mean where he fights the mutants, and they're all sort of post-apocalypse looking.
In this first book, the main antagonist to our main antagonist, so to speak, is a bunch of gangs. It's a little punk street gang, and they're like little groms, so they're like little knockoff weeb manga freaks and shit. So Sully just doesn't like them. They mess with Sully, and then they find out the hard way why you just don't mess with that roach. So yeah, it's for, like Frank Miller type shit, gangs and street life type stuff, you know.
Oh yeah.
New World Order comic says, Apex, my friend.
Oh, hey, New World Order. Hey, how you doing there?
Oh,
yeah, that's Biggie. Oh, Biggie.
Look at that. What's
that?
There's some synchronicity there for you there.
Bam.
It's Biggie Shaq. Yeah, there you go.
Ephemeral 5's here too.
Pharaoh. Finra Fire. Back Richard Ellis. Thanks, Finra Fire, for the link. Hell yeah.
Thank you. Appreciate
back
it.
Today. I'm going to back after this stream is over.
Oh, so thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Yeah,
I tried to do it on my phone, but I forgot my login code. So I know I have my laptop all set up for that. So
nice.
I'll do that.
Yeah, I'm just hoping now it's getting to besides the fulfilling. Now it's getting to the point. I was like, well, now I hope people like it. You know?
All right.
The anticipation's been real, so now it's one of those things where I'm kind of like sweating that, where I feel like I brought everybody here, you know. And now once they get the book, you know, they're just gonna be like, "What the fuck is this trash?" But I didn't sell it for anything beyond than what it really was and what it is.
How did you discover crowdfunding or CG for that matter?
When I through YouTube, as simple as that, like through YouTube, because I knew I had to figure out like certain type of people that really love this. Like it wasn't going to be for everybody, so I figured out, you know, smart thing, you have to find a community, a network, whatever, but you have to tap into that vein. And then as I'm drawing these things and completing pages, I was looking up interviews and, you know, all that type of shit. You get lost in the YouTube rabbit hole, and then came across like Ethan, and then was talking about the crowdfunding type stuff, and I'd heard it before, like through like Indiegogo, like Kickstarters and GoFundMe's and shit. Never understood it. And then just sticking around for months, seeing how people were doing it, and then just meeting up, linking up with some cool people, and just figuring it out and just looking into it. And then I was like, all right, I think I could do this. So
yeah, man, this crowdfunding thing. I'll be I'm kind of still working on my campaign, try to get the things together and stuff like that.
Yep.
So did you have a hard time putting out your mailing list, or was it easy for you to do that?
No, it was pretty easy. I think I sent it. It was just No,
did you use it by Gmail or something, or did you have?
No, you got to get a MailChimp. There's other recommendations too. I had some of the homies tell me some other ones, but you just get one of those things that collectively like get everybody. I'm not tech savvy. I'm developmentally delayed when it comes to this shit. So like,
I hear you. I'm the same way.
Yeah. So you get a MailChimp, and that collectively like gets everything. And I think after like a certain amount of time, you want to keep saving that shit up as like a backlog or whatever, because sometimes the shit will just disappear on you. So you want to keep up on that. And then through Indiegogo, then you got the mail list for like, I think however long you want to, but I was recommending that you don't really go too long for it. You don't want to keep people dragging along. And then that's it. And I think the hardest part was putting the campaign together and trying to be you, trying to not go too much, because you see other people's shit, you're like, holy shit, that's a lot. Some people's like too little. Some people ain't telling you shit. And you're like, well, what the fuck is going on here? So yeah.
Yours is just right in a way. You tell basically the premise of the story, add some artwork to it. Then you have your 2 books, 1 or 2 books, and you have your, I guess, the original art or whatever you had with it.
Keep it simple. So I think it's you can know what you can work with too. You know what I'm saying? So, and making the best out of that, keeping it simple, and just streamline that shit, making it as efficient as possible to you. Especially your first time. Like I wouldn't recommend anybody go crazy unless you want to do that. You want to give yourself a nosebleed, do it, man. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't suggest it, but just simple as possible. And then have a bunch of cool homies that have experience doing that shit before you. Like I'm not even I'm not going to mix words. Like don't get advice from somebody who hasn't done that shit, or they're just starting out with you or whatever, because you're not going to get that much like experience from them, because we're on the same fucking level. So you want to get somebody that knows what the hell they're doing. There's several books in, and they'll give you, whether they're creators or they're just like reviewers and backers, those are just as important, because they're going to tell you what doesn't bombard them as a backer, and what's easier for them, so you can kind of work with that.
I like to ask, what's the hardest thing that's been for you during this campaign? The hardest part.
The hardest is balancing all this extra stuff and trying to get artwork done. So like I'm
Yeah.
taking
God,
out
yeah.
some commissions, and now like I want to get back to my book, and then doing other stuff too. And then it's like the work, my full-time job too. It's just like,
Oh,
fuck, man.
yeah.
So I think that's the toughest part, is balancing the artwork out.
Yeah.
And
When you live like that, you've always got something to do.
yeah. And
Yeah.
it seems like I want to get to the second book, and it's like the more shit
Yeah.
you do, it's like
It's like-
oh man, I want to keep coming back to the second book. So
It's like the best mutant power has the Madrox, the multiplier, man.
I
Is
always
just
say
tap
that.
yourself. You
Yeah.
get 3 other guys like you. You do this over here, do this over here.
But then if
So
my other
10 of
clone
you
self
can
is drawing better than me,
procrastinate.
I'm gonna fight.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that's the hardest part, is trying to get the work done. And it's like, damn,
Yeah.
I just want to work on book 2 now. But
Yeah.
What's been easy about it for you?
what's been easy
Yeah, what's been easy? Anything?
is actually a lot has been more easier than I would have thought, because I
Mhm.
mean, there's a lot of shit, but if I was to separate, one shit from all the other shit, then I'm like, that's easy shit. That
Yeah.
shit, that's easy shit. It's just a lot of easy shit. And sometimes, it seems like it's a lot, but
Yeah.
it's just a lot of hustling. And I feel like if you're more in control of your whole thing, you're not relying on, say, a different artist, a different inker, all these different elements, then it is a lot. It's a lot, but it's a lot easier too. So,
Oh, yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah. So Devil Flyer has an Ashcan campaign on Indiegogo if you want to check that out too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I'm actually going to share screen, probably
Nope.
show a little bit of what he has going on.
I
Yeah.
voted for your character in the death brat match too, Devil Flyer.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we came in second.
yeah.
You know?
Yes. Good shit.
Yeah. I said I just want to place good, because I was in the first round, didn't know anything about it.
Heck yeah. All right. Let's see. Go and share. Yeah, only on Indiegogo,
Yeah.
everybody. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's $630, 35 backers. And you got the $10 flyer. You get to buy a copy, 2 copies for 20, 5 copies for 50, 10 copies for 100. Or if you're a retailer, when I sell a bunch of Devil Flyers, 20 copies for $200. Make it
Yeah.
holla. Make it stick.
yeah.
Make it quick.
Yeah, I'm working on, for the main 48-page book, I'm working on kind of a killer clown thumbnails right now.
Whoa, let's see. Whoa. Let's see.
Whoa,
Whoa. Show it again. Show it again.
Okay, here's the killer clown. That's my
Clown.
just color guide.
He's scary.
Doc Blaylock's going to do this. This introduces the 4th big character.
What was the other one?
There's the first and second page, just thumbnailed out.
That's cool.
Nice.
And you'll and
That's
then
the one.
there's the 3rd page, where
All
it's
right.
killing the victim.
Damn.
And it's going to be a little darker story, but it's going to be satisfying.
Oh, that is awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Because I have 3 horror stories and 3 hero stories, so it's a big anthology.
I'm scheduled to do Sea Demon. 3
Yeah,
pages of that.
yeah.
So we're going to talk about that later on. How that
Sweet.
will go. Yeah. Yeah, there you go, man. There's Rich Ayela's Roach Balls. And so where you are going to be appearing next? Do you have any other channels?
It's yeah. Wait, where?
Oh,
I'd like
one of
to,
you guys at the Mods could get a link for you have a YouTube channel, correct?
Yes, Rich Ayala's Roach Balls, same name.
Yeah.
I don't
Alright.
do any live streaming. It's just short little draw vids. I'm gonna be getting more. I have one more art tier that I'm doing for the campaign, and pretty soon I'll post a video of that and some other stuff going through the book and whatnot as we get towards the final hours of the the campaign. But yeah, I have
Yeah.
creators outlet next week, and I'll be on Luke Stone's next week as well. So that's
Cool.
Wednesday and Thursday, and every Saturday I'm on the Comix Way channel. That's COMICSGUEY every Saturday on YouTube.
Way, okay.
Check us there.
One of you guys, the mods, could find a link to Rich Ayela's ROACHBALLS channel, the YouTube channel. Much appreciated if you can find it. So yeah, man, this is a great journey for you, especially. I guess you go, the full 60 days and then into Man, possibly, I guess.
Yeah.
So,
Apex, can you go to Dying Days and get the one with the koala bear on there?
Koala? Is there a koala bear?
Oh man, it's hilarious. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hilarious little kind of a 2-minute trailer or something.
Yeah, he's got a couple of them, but he's definitely got one with the Roach Balls thing.
Yeah.
I think, I don't think I have it. Well, yeah, I think I have it on my channel too.
Yeah, I mean that was the first one I ever saw, and it was like, man, this is going to be like
was it the
gangbusters.
Screaming Trees? No, Screaming Trees.
You know, to me, it's as much about, without seeing the book, it's as much about grabbing the attention of people.
Yes.
And with those trailers, they just really grab your attention.
Oh, yeah, it was the first one that really did it because he broke it down in such a good
he got it.
You know,
he got the project and what it was about.
And that's why, like, after that's why I knew too. Like, he just never really talked to him beforehand at all, I don't think, and he just dropped this in my inbox, and he knew it. Like, he knew what the hell Roach Balls was. And then talking to him since then, like on par with a lot of like pop culture stuff that we like and shit like that. So it definitely we're on board.
There's a YouTube. Thanks, Fire. I appreciate it. There's a YouTube channel. Everyone, go and click subscribe to his YouTube channel. Ring bell for notifications. Share the videos with your social media friends and all that. All right. I couldn't find the Dying Days of YouTube. What you're looking for, was it the Screaming Trees or is it something else?
I'm trying to look for it.
Screaming Trees, Brandy Carlisle. It's not her. Screaming Trees, Dying Days of YouTube. This is, I don't know what that. Screaming Trees. This is some music stuff.
I guess I'm the 301st subscriber, Rich, to your channel, because I wasn't subscribed.
Oh wow, I made it past 300. Wow, today's
made it past 300.
Hey, 300
until YouTube takes a few from you.
Then they give it back and
take
Rich
Ayela
give it back.
There it is.
Past 300. That's awesome.
300. Congrats. 302 soon. Fanta's already subbed. Yeah, thanks, Fanta. All right.
Posting in a private chat now. Yeah. All right. There we go.
Let's see.
There you go. There's the link.
Right, so this is the first video. Hopefully, it's the right one I put in the private chat, but that's the first one that got sent to me from Dying Days of YouTube.
Did it blow you away?
What? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because I was just like, what the hell? And it really, I don't know, it gave me a super awesome confidence booster. I was like, all right, like, they're gonna get this. He gets it. He just made something awesome. Like, he just made me realize I made something awesome. So I was just like, it was great. I just want to keep doing more shit with him, you know. So it's like, yeah, I hope that at some point they're just like, this is gonna be awesome, you know. So give us, we're gonna make a cartoon out of this. Is like, yeah, okay, but you guys aren't gonna make a cartoon out of it. You guys are just gonna give me money. I'm gonna give it to this guy. This guy's gonna get awesome shit. And he's gonna make a cartoon out of it with our homies and shit, you know. So ideally, that'd be the awesome thing to do.
Oh yeah. Oh shoot. What am I doing? Okay, 1 second. I'm gonna show you. Try to show you my Finbat trailer when I get.
Oh yeah, we're not going to get out of here without seeing that.
Yeah. All right. Where's it at? Paste. There we go. Okay, good.
I got some numbers on the Indiegogo and my YouTube channel. I appreciate y'all.
Fantastic, everybody.
Now, are you on Twitter?
Yep, I'm on Twitter. Ayala Richie 1, or that's Sully Cucaracha, so you can see Sully's face on my icon or whatever. But yep, I'm on Twitter. It's funny enough, I didn't think I would like Twitter, but when I first started to get in this network, I realized how Twitter was one of those things that you kind of needed, and now Twitter's been like good for that. I get more responses and hits off of Twitter than any
Have
of my
you
other
have you
social.
been setting up a campaign? Have you been sending out sort of updates, you know,
Yep.
on
Yep,
Twitter
yep.
and other social media? Yeah.
Yep, Twitter. I'll do it on Facebook, Instagram. I'm on those as well, and I'll send out emails. I won't bombard people too much, but when I,
Right.
have to keep them at least like once a month, twice a month, I'll hit them up with something.
Okay, here I go. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Fembat coming soon to Indiegogo.
I've not asked you this, but did you do your colors, Apex?
I did. I hand colored it.
Okay.
Markers, good old Prismacolor markers. Artist Loft, a few Copics.
Yeah.
Did
I love
everything.
I love that shit. Look at that. I got all these greens. Got all these green prismas.
Wow. You must like
That's
green.
awesome. I love that shit. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. We got
oh,
snot green, booger green.
Yeah.
grass
Yeah.
green, spring green, Irish
Yeah.
green, Irish
I
spring
was
green.
cleaning the apartment one day, and I was like, "All right, I got to do something with this shit. It's getting messy." So I didn't meticulously like do it so like crazy, but I lumped them up into nice little sections of their colors. So
Yeah.
300. Yeah.
thank you, brother.
So you got all greens and all reds and all blues and
Yeah,
like
and
that.
then So I got these are my only two buckets that I had, and there's little
Okay.
rolling.
Oh, let me
Like
see
these
it.
are all oranges.
Wow.
Oh my
yellows.
God, these are all oranges. Look at that.
Yeah, as much as I use these, like you have to, dude. It's freaking.
How many
crazy.
blues do you have?
What's that?
How many
Yeah.
blues? Blue colors? Any
Yeah.
Blue
collection
colors?
of-
Man.
Oh,
Holy
man.
mackerel! Look at that.
Wow. You have a small fortune there in
Holy God.
pins alone.
That's
Invested
like
in it,
$2,000 worth of markers at least. That's
Well,
amazing.
most of that was this state because these shits last a long time.
Yeah.
A long time. So they have a good lifespan, but a lot of that was that coronavirus money. That's
Now,
what
aren't
that's
they
right.
like double tipped? Are
Yeah.
they double tipped where you have like a chisel tip and then a sort of a
yeah. It's a
pointed
mix
tip?
of both. So I have I started out with the chisel tips, and then I found out that I like the brush tips like way better. But I
Yeah.
still use both, so you can find the cool usages for both. But yeah, I prefer the brush tips though.
Yeah. Where do you
man.
get your art supplies from?
I'll just
Generally.
order them online. So like,
Oh,
especially
okay.
when the coronavirus hit and everything was on lockdown, that's what I was like.
Yeah.
These jerks were giving us our money back, and I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna get some
All right, I
market.
guess
At some
I'll
point, I'm
take
gonna
it.
need, yeah.
Yeah.
Smart.
Yeah, so I was just like, just got it as much as I could. Try to look for the cheapest one, but usually like Amazon, sometimes like eBay.
I think
what is
Blick
it?
has some
Yep,
specials on
I was
too.
about to say that
Blick,
Blick Art
yeah.
Supplies,
Yeah,
and yeah, that's about it, really.
that's right. Still working on it, brother. The campaign's crazy with
How
so much
far along are you, Apex?
well, I have both my my book tiers. I have a wraparound cover, the main cover. I have the Fembat Fun Bag variant. It's going to be like it's going to be a gold foil color cover with the golden globes
Mm.
and anything that's golden in our costumes.
Nice.
Going to be a gold foil. That's going to be a little bit more, but it's going to be worth it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
sick.
Plus, I'm going to have some original art tier on there as well. I'm going to have a sticker sheet on there, and
Nice.
that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
People love.
Yeah, I
stickers.
mean, that's a great thing about Indiegogo. If you get 3 or 4 pieces of art, that's enough to start a campaign for. And if it doesn't
Yeah.
fund, you don't have the whole thing. But like Rich, you did it different. You were like 100% done, weren't you, by the time you stuck yours up?
Yep. And the funny thing is, like, I did the cover last. Like, the cover was one of the last things, and I realized, like,
That's what I did.
it's kind of good that happened, because then I realized, like, when I did the campaign, when I started, I was like, oh shit, like, it's best to have the cover beforehand. So
Yeah.
second campaign around, I'm gonna have to do that and shit, which is kind of sucks because I liked having the cover after, because like I felt like the whole story kind of dictated what the cover was gonna be.
Sure.
But that's gonna be fun to kind of work around the second time. But yeah. So did I answer your question?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. But yeah, so it was it was about 100% complete. Yeah.
Oh man. Yeah, we got Quicksand Kickstand. That's a cool name.
Yeah,
How you doing? All right. Please like and subscribe there. If anyone who's came here for the first time.
Hit that like button.
I'm approaching 400 subscribers. I think I have 5 more to go for that.
Wow.
Nice.
Congratulations.
So, fingers crossed, and I'm on the road to 1,000 like everyone else.
Yeah. So if you haven't sub to this channel.
Sub
please.
to this channel. Thank you. If any, one of you nice mods could put a link to my channel, that'd be great for everyone to see. So yeah, man. It's a lot of work going on for all of us, and I'm sure there's going to be a Frog G book, I think, that's coming up for Jason Bascom, Unhinged Entertainment. That's coming up. I'll sign up for that one. So I'm interested to see what the Frog G comic's going to look like. The character looks really cool. It's got the little
it looks wild. It looks like it's going to be a trippy book. Very trippy.
man. Oh, so Shadowhawk says I got 3 more to go, so I'm at 397. So yeah, subbing would be much appreciated for each of us. Devil Flyer, ROACHBALLS, and of course Apex Comics.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, much to do. So anybody got plans for tomorrow?
Artwork. I have to
Artwork.
get commissions done so I could get back on book stuff. So,
Amen. Yeah, me too.
I got to do some artwork too, and so that I can get in Doc Blaylock's hands so that he can do the story.
Yeah,
I'm just kind of doing the thumbnails, and then I like to pace it out with the thumbnails, you know, and see it sort of cinematically in my head, and then put it in kind of visual form, especially if somebody else is going to be drawing it. And then I like to put it in the dialogue a little at a time at the beginning, and then after the artwork's in, you know, how much space do I have left? I tried to leave space for dialogue.
Yeah, on this current Captain USA splash page, I have to add some dialogue to it to introduce the story. So
now, did you do any paste up, Rich, or do you just kind of do your word balloons? You just kind of draw it all in there and
in there.
Paste up, just you just kind of plan for that where it's going to be, huh?
Yeah, sort of. And it's a little meticulous. It's a little mix of it's a little bit of meticulousness in there. Then there's a little bit of pre-planning, and then it's just a whole lot of like half-assedness, and because it kind of blends with the style. I tried doing a very perfect lettering, and it just didn't match the style, and actually threw off the whole book. It was actually like an eyesore. So I was like, I had to go with something a little more stylized. So it had to go on there, and some mistakes were made, even in the artwork and stuff. But it's cool because I did it in that whole sketchy style, and so I had to roll with it. And anytime I made a mistake and I had to fix it, actually improved the whatever panel I was working on.
Well, on my Devil Flyer story, I thought it would be cool. Let's do it like Stan Lee used to do it, talk over I did the thumbnails, and then he went from there. We talked about it loosely, and then, but if he didn't have the mouth open, I didn't put dialogue in there, and so then you're kind of limited about who can speak when, once the artwork's done.
Some of these word balloons, some of these old comics, you had the mouth not even moved, just like this, like there's a word balloon.
Yeah. I know I kind of held myself to that, and I think it kind of restricted me in a little bit of way. I won't work like that again. In fact, after the fact, he said, I like to work from a script.
Yeah.
Who knew? Okay. So
right.
It's a good thing if you're collaborating, and comics is kind of, you're doing it kind of like Michael Bancroft. He's kind of a one-man show too on his book.
Yeah.
But when you're working with others, communication's key,
You're right. That's so true.
And to get a comic out, I mean, you have the dialogue, you have the coloring, you
Yeah.
have the inking, you have the art, you have the logos.
I got wait
the
for the letter
branding.
and the inker to get their colors to
Yeah.
get their stuff done. Like, how long is that gonna take?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm hopefully I've my other colorist I haven't actually got in touch with. I tried twittering him and no response yet. I'm like, okay, I hope he's still alive. I'm gonna have to search for another digital colorist for my book. So it's out there.
Did you see my 2 Dan Pleagles I got?
Oh, 1 second. Let me.
This is Jason's ash can, and on the back he did originals.
Yeah, I've got to open mine up.
Yeah, and I bought 2 of them. So
sweet.
And he said, "Oh yeah, you got a couple of the good ones." Yeah,
squeezing in Babylons.
I love that idea, just where they print the border and then put an original there or remark. That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh no! In fact, it says Devil Flyer. Did your campaign close? No, it's still going. Fantastic!
No, it's in demand.
In demand.
I'm waiting on the ads that I put in Alterna books. I've got 7 different ads and 5 different books.
There it is.
Those will be out in a couple of weeks, and then we'll think about closing it down. I really don't want to close it down until I put the main 48-page campaign up.
There you go. So it's going to be with, I guess, the same campaign as the Ash Can, right? You're just going to put them all in one, or is it going to be like another different campaign altogether?
It's going to be all together. I want to get the Ash Cans out and in people's hands. As soon as I close it down, we'll go to the printer. I already have that lined up, and since it's in black and white, it shouldn't be any problem.
All right. There you go.
And then I'll get that out to people, and that'll be kind of their second look, because anybody getting those Alterna will see the ads and really be getting a lot of the first appearances.
Thank you, Fanta. Back to right on.
Yeah,
nice.
Thank you, Fanta. Awesome.
Let me go to the tote board for the Rich Ayala's football campaign. See where we are at.
He shoots, he scores. Oh,
you see some scores here.
Yeah,
a 3-pointer goal.
Booyah. Cowabunga.
Cowabunga. Still at 13,300. Maybe it takes a time to actually get in there.
Yeah. Rich, did you well, she might have been saying I already backed my book. I think that's what she was saying.
Right.
Yeah, did you watch Ninja Turtles?
Yeah, I love Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Watched as a cartoon, and then the movie.
Yeah.
And then when I found out they were comic books originally, I think it invested my appreciation for them a lot more.
Yeah.
Then,
I mean, when you look at the early stuff, like the early issues, it's like underground. It's like an underground comic.
Yeah.
But the thing about that was the gray tones in it. It just wasn't a black and white. The gray tones blew you away.
Mm-hmm.
That really made it stand out.
Yeah, it was just it was the way the turtles looked. Their character, they were kind of short and grimy, cartoony, still kind of rough.
They had the kind of the bent nose at first,
Thank you.
All right.
They kind of evolved. Their looks have changed over time.
Yeah. I've always appreciated the short, squat, like mean, kind of all wearing the same colors type of look and shit. So definitely like I got it. There's so many cool books, especially in the whole indie scene. But Mary Boys, Chubb's
Mary Boys,
they got that whole dope feeling. And like,
have you been on Don Chin's?
No, I've been trying to get on his show.
Oh, yeah.
Like now one will be coming up here, Rich, like every first Wednesday of each month. You get about 4 minutes promotion. So you could go on there coming up here in just a few days. He just first come, first serve, and he generally gets everybody in and out.
He hit me up last week and he was like, "Hey, I got an open spot," and I was just like, but I was stuck at work, so I couldn't like.
Yeah, I remember his stuff. Radioactive Black Belt Hamsters, came out when Ninja Turtles was just heating up, being hot.
Yeah, 6, 7, 8, and 9 with Sam Keith artwork in there. So
that was wild.
Had to get the early Sam Keith. If any Sam Keith I see, grab it.
Yeah.
Buy it.
Sam Keith is a man too. Yeah, I love the Max.
Absolutely, man. The Max is great. Oh wow.
I read it as I got older, and I read it, and it was just way too like on some other level that I was not
It's like a
Yeah.
fever dream.
I was like,
Yeah.
dude, like I didn't expect Max to go down this route. Like they should have, like I thought it was gonna be kept a lot more simpler, is what I was thinking. But if they ever came back with Max and like went that route, I would still pick it up and be like, all right.
I didn't know until recently. I'd forgotten that Kelly Jones did Micronauts back in the mid.
Yeah, he did. He did.
Yeah.
I think it's after
big Batman artist.
Mike. Oh God, what's his name? Michael Golden. That was after.
Yeah, Michael Golden. He did a lot of Micronauts in the original series. It was that second series that Micronauts Voyages or whatever it was. I don't know, the second series that Kelly Jones was drawing. Yeah.
Kelly Jones.
He did all those 90s Batman.
Hell yeah.
You know, it seems like all that.
Very cool.
Did you read superhero stuff, Rich?
Not in a long time. I kind of fell out of touch with it. I like the whole superhero concepts and stuff. Like I want to have like a superhero type of character in my book at some point. But I don't think
bring that Roach to justice.
Maybe a little Ashcan. Get the Roach to justice. Yeah, Roach justice. Yeah. Hey, that's an idea. Roach justice.
Yeah, I don't think the last superhero-ish type of book I read was like Nemesis from Mark Miller, and that's not even.
Yeah.
It's all just based around a fucked up bad guy doing some really jacked up stuff. Yeah. So yeah,
I think I've got one where he's all bloody in the Oval Office and he's killed everybody.
Yeah, that was
wow.
With all these swirling balls or something.
Yeah, he did. He did something jacked up with the president and like using certain. I don't even know if I want to say this like on this thing, but he took like the president's, I think, brother or his son, took like spooge samples, basically put it in a pill, put it in the daughter, and it was on a time release capsule, and basically threatened the president was like, if you don't do this thing, then I'm a time release this capsule and you're gonna have a jacked up little inbred baby.
Wow.
it was so vile and diabolical.
Wow.
Phantasmagorical has a question. Rich, what sticker do the backers get after the first 100?
Okay, so after the first 100, which they get all 3 stickers, after that, everybody remaining
333, hail.
We'll get these glow in the dark stickers.
Oh, let's see. They get they go in the dark sticker. That's where you'll get Fanta.
Bam.
We'll all get those. Yes. So I'm back after this stream is over. So I suggest you do. We have a link. Let me go ahead.
Looks up like a jacked up chicken.
Yeah, it's like the indigenous wildlife in Catshit Island. They're like little tardigrades mixed with a rat.
Oh yeah.
The pest mixed with God knows what, and they live on trash and they just multiply at exceedingly crazy rates.
Yeah. Wow. So there's our link to Roach Balls. Go ahead and back it now, everybody. Give this book some love. Give Devil Flyer some love in his ash can, and soon I'll have my Fembat up there. So yeah,
can't wait for that.
It's a long process, but damn it, I've got to get it out. People are
waiting. It is a long process. There's a lot.
Right, it is.
Yep. Yeah. It's a satisfying thing though. After when you look at the stack, you ever just sit back and like, you know, I was like,
it's getting to that stack though, Rich. You know,
Rich.
You just have to chip away at it to get that stack.
First of all, like after the stream, we'll have a lot of viewers watching this, so we'll big time. So anyway, I want to thank you for being on here, Rich. Thank you so much, and of course, Devil Flyer co-hosting. So everyone, please subscribe to our channels. God bless the chat. Thank you for everyone showing up here. Fanta, we got Citizen 333. Shadowhawk, Bax, Finrare. Thank you for the links, Finrare Fire. Quicksand, thanks for being here. And who's this?
Rich, you'd like Citizen 333's the videos that he does. It's all music, and sometimes he'll take these early silent, not necessarily movies, but film footage. And run it backwards sometimes forward, but to different music clips.
Cutting and splicing, making remixes. That's cool.
Anytime. Thanks. All right. So anyway, guys, gotta get to your Betty Bye and that sort of stuff. Got some hard work and drawing to do. Got some dialogue to do. Peace. Yeah, that's right. We all need peace.
Appreciate y'all. And thank you, panel. Thank you, Apex. Thank you, Devil Flyer. Thank you
for coming on.
Okay, God bless everyone. Ciao for now. All right.